Hello, Vincent here from MapMasters. Just here today to talk to you guys about what I actually do and what my business is about. When most people think of a drone company, they think of pictures being taken from the sky. And that's useful. You get a good view of your land. But at the end of the day, it only shows you what your land looks like. It doesn't really help you understand it. And it definitely doesn't give you the information that you need to make any confident decisions. So that's where I do things differently. At MapMasters, I don't just take photos, I use drones to collect detailed information about your land. And then I turn that into clear maps, measurements that you can actually use in real life. So instead of just looking at your site, you can properly understand it. So how this typically works is I start by flying my drone over your property and I capture high quality photos from above. This lets me cover large areas quickly, safely and efficiently. But the real value comes after the flight. Once the data is collected, I process it into easy to read outputs, things like sitemaps, 3D models, contour lines, and accurate measurements. These aren't just nice visuals, these are tools that can help you plan, help you design, and manage your land with confidence. So with this, you can clearly see the shape of your property, you can understand where the high and low points are, how steep different areas are, and how water is likely to move across your site. So instead of guessing or relying on rough ideas, you're working with real information. So if you're an engineer, this means that you can design things like roads, drainage systems, or subdivisions because you've already got accurate data from the start. And if you're a developer, it helps you plan your projects more efficiently, understand your site's conditions early to avoid those costly surprises later on. But if you're a landowner, it gives you a much better understanding of your property. Not just what it looks like, but how it actually works. You can see how your land flows, how it's shaped, how different things are connected. And that makes a big difference when it comes to planning improvements or managing your land long term. What really sets MapMasters apart is the focus on giving you useful information, not just images. A typical drone company might give you photos or videos. They might look great, but they don't go much further than that. On the other hand, a traditional surveying company might be able to give you those measurements, but it can take a lot of time, and especially on those larger sites, and therefore can become expensive. What I do is I bring those two worlds together, so you get best of both. My services can be used across a wide range of projects. That includes site planning, earthworks, land development, property mapping, or even tracking changes over time. If you're working on a project over weeks or months, I can help you monitor that progress and keep everything on track. It also makes communication a lot easier, especially when there's a lot of people involved in a project. It makes a lot more sense when we're all looking at the same map or if we're all looking at the same information, whether that be landowners or contractors or even consultants. This will reduce confusion and will help avoid mistakes. At the end of the day, my goal is simple. I want to make it easy for you to understand your land and make better decisions. I'm not just here to give you drone images. I'm here to give you clear, accurate information that you can actually use. Whether you're planning something new or managing a project or just trying to get a better understanding of your property, I'm here to help. So if you're looking for a faster and more practical way of seeing your land and understanding it, that's exactly what we do here at MapMasters. With MapMasters, you don't just look at your land, you get to understand it. So if you'd like to learn more about how this could work for your site, or if you've got any projects coming up, feel free to get in touch with us. I'm always happy to have a chat, answer any questions, and see how I can help you move forward with clear and reliable information. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.